Greetings, demons, and welcome to Warhammer Weekly, episode 68. We're really getting up there in numbers now, but yeah, we have another pretty quiet week, all things considered, but I do have some pickups to discuss, so we're going to jump straight into those, and then cover the topics for the week.
Not the leader of a cult, RabbitWithAxe.
So, starting with pickups, of course, it comes down to Stormbringer, and this time I did get not a bonus necessarily, but did get one of the extras, which is the Age of Sigmar Assassin. So this is essentially just a model and a little brief example of what exactly an AOS Assassin is, but yeah, not something I'm overly interested in, but it is a good unit just to have, especially for Order armies. Then we have, for issue 62, we have White Scar and Cyberite Green paints, which, once again, two colours I didn't already have, so it's just really, really useful. For issue 59, we have whatever these are. I think these are dwarves, but I can't remember which model it is. They are Grundstock Thunderer. So, yeah, those things. Yeah, once again, I basically just take all the dwarves and turn them into Votan, but, yeah, pretty cool models to be guessing. Very nice. Then we also have, for issue 60, we have the Azaguzor Gargant, and this is a part 2 with the next issue. Yeah, pretty big kit, nice to have. Obviously goes for my Oryx, so very nice. For issue 61, which is the last one we actually got to go with, it is part 2 of the Azaguzor Gargant, and yeah, you get the base for it, you get, you know, the remaining parts, and yeah, very nice big model to be getting. So yeah, realistically, a bit of a filler set of issues this time around. There's not really anything I'm overly interested in here, and unfortunately, beyond paints and I guess the Assassin, there isn't actually anything for my partner who, you know, is the Stormcast side of this thing, so, you know, actually plays Order, whereas I play Destruction. But, yeah, still pretty cool, and that's really all there is to go over. So, let's jump into the topics, I suppose. So, jumping straight into the topics, we unfortunately have very little to talk about, though there is something that I do, of course, find a bit interesting, and that is, from Necromunda, the Malstrain Alpha. So this is yet another Genestealer model, and, yeah, this guy looks interesting. So, this is essentially the, you know, Gene Father, I guess, or the, you know, the leader type model for your Genestealers for Necromunda, and, yeah, the main Malstrain, whatever, Alpha. He looks interesting. I think of all of the ones we've seen, this guy is the one that, like, kind of grosses me out the most, and I don't know exactly why. I think it's something to do with, like, the, almost like pustuloids, or whatever you want to call them, like, the sickness that is apparent on his skin underneath the, chitin. And, yeah, it looks very, very interesting, but yeah, this guy's very cool in a lot of ways. He does have the classic 2-arm-in-1 look for Genestealers, but also the giant arm, which kind of looks interesting. I wonder why the fist is purple. That's kind of interesting enough itself, because, you know, I don't think Genestealers have any sort of energy manipulation in that sort of way, like where they can, I don't know, they have energy projection, but not, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, very interesting design there. In general, just, this guy looks very, very cool. Definitely a character you can implement into a regular Genestealer army. Just paint him up to match your forces, basically. And yeah, I don't know. There's something about this guy that makes me uncomfortable in a way that the other Malstrain just haven't. But yeah, he does look very cool. It's difficult for me to explain, but like the fact that he has, like, the ribs showing, sort of thing, on the inside of his chest. Once again, just kind of unsettling. There's so many little things about him, like, that are just so off-putting. And I know Genestealers and, you know, Tyranids in general are supposed to be off-putting. They're not supposed to be, you know, cute and cuddly, even though, you know, sometimes they can be a bit on the cuter side. This guy just freaks me out. I don't really know why, but yeah, he has what appears to be like a double tongue, like a tongue coming out of a tongue sort of thing, maybe a forked tongue sort of deal. He does actually have, I guess, 4 arms if you want to include the 2 arms in one big arm, and then apparently another arm underneath, but it does appear, oh no, he does have 2 legs. I was about to say it appears he only has one leg, but he does have 2 legs. Very interesting creature, and yeah, definitely a nice addition to Malstrain, and definitely just in general to Gene Stealers. Very, very interesting. And as I say with all these, I understand that there aren't going to be specific rules for the Malstrain in main edition, main 40k, but you know, you can always run them, just give them rules of a different unit that is somewhat similar, and yeah, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, because these models are excellent. Even, you know, as much as I've complained about the grossness of the alpha, still a very, very neat model. Very much looking forward to getting this one at some point. And so there's just the Rumour Engine for the week. So, yeah, Rumour Engine for the 25th of June 2024, and it appears to be a saddled animal of some kind. I would lean more towards it being, you know, something like a griffin, or potentially another wolf rider or a boar rider or something like that. Definitely leaning towards the likes of Old World or Age of Sigmar, just because it looks way more fantasy than anything that we see in 40k. But yeah, looks interesting enough. The reason why I say, you know, those animals and not a horse is just down to the fact that it has apparent fur on it, which is kind of interesting enough in itself. But yeah, in terms of what faction, it could be a few. I've seen a few people online suggest that this could be something to do with Oryx, which would be kind of interesting. We have a few rider models for them. A few of them are a little bit old, so if this is an update to one of those, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, in general, not too sure on this one. But in any case, it does look cool, does look neat, and I'm sure it's going to be a cool model regardless. But yeah, that is really all I have to say about it. And on that note, that is going to be it for this episode. So yeah, a very short episode. Fortunately, I did have some pickups to discuss, but yeah, beyond that, not really too much going on. But without further ado, that's going to be it from me. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like it, subscribe now and ring that bell so you never miss upload. Otherwise, comment below thoughts, feelings on the 2 things discussed. Tell me what you think about the Malstrain. Do you think it's gross? Do you think it's kind of freaky? I'm sure most people do agree that. It's just to the same degree as I do, I suppose. But yeah, in any case, it's going to be from me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Look at the screen, you'll be fine. Culture's a disease, but we'll survive. I just wanna take